shop for summer clothes. Think pink, think pink if you want that kelp that shows. Red is dead, blue is through, green's obscene, brown's taboo, and there is not the slightest excuse for plum abuse or chartreuse. Think pink.
G'day gorgeous. So I thought I would talk to you today about career, and one of the things that I talk about is it's never too late to re-educate yourself or to decide that maybe you want to have a career change at some point. So for those of you who've read my book, in Define Your Inner Diva, in the chapter on career, I actually talk about the fact that you can do a bit of a career review, because often when we've kind of reached that point in our lives where from a developmental perspective we kind of get to that point where we think, I really don't like what I'm doing in life and I feel like I want to do something completely different. But often we've educated ourselves to a point that we kind of, reach the top of a career pinnacle somewhere, and then it's like, it seems that picking up and changing and doing something different is entirely too hard. When I talk about our developmental cycles, it's often about the time when we hit around 35. It's around that time in our life where we kind of go, oh, I don't actually think I like what I'm doing, who I am, what I've chosen to sort of be at this point in life. And often that's because we come out of our adolescence at around that sort of 18 to 20 mark, and because we don't like a lot of the things that have happened in our adolescence, who we are, we feel different, like we don't belong, we decide that we're just going to be this in our career. And when we actually decide we're going to be this thing, we often make choices based on what we think other people will see value in. So, if I become a lawyer, then my parents will be really proud of me. Or if I, often our parents influence what we decide that we want to do. And so you do something because they want you to do it and not because that's something that you're really interested in or passionate about. So often by the time we sort of hit that last 7-year cycle, sort of 28 to 35, there's this feeling that says, actually, I don't think I like what I'm doing. I don't think I fit. I don't think I'm passionate about it. I don't think I'm really that interested in it. I feel like a bit of a fraud around these people, and I don't really belong, and I don't know what I want to do anymore. And a lot of people kind of go, oh, it's too late, bad luck, you're just going to have to suck it up and stick with it. But that's often the time that I say to people, it really is an opportunity for you to decide that you want to do something different. So for me, it was at 28 that I decided to go back to uni and start on a completely different career path and study psychology. So I started studying, when my youngest was 1. It was actually 27, I think I enrolled the first time. So I then spent 15 years of my life studying part-time while working full-time, trying to get my degree finished, trying to get through my internship, trying to do all of the things, jumping through all of the hoops to actually get me to a point where I could, sit here and have this validity that says, I have a psychology degree and I understand human behavior, and therefore I can, talk about it and work in that space every day. It was hard. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that studying part-time for 15 years while working full-time and raising 2 children, majority of that time as a single parent, was easy. It wasn't. But it was what I really wanted to do. It was my passion. And for me, it was something that I felt that I couldn't just turn my back on, or I was going to spend the rest of my life unhappy. It wasn't actually that my career as such was bad. I was happy enough in the job that I was doing, and I'd done reasonably well at my work, but it wasn't fulfilling me. It wasn't, making me feel when I woke up every day that I wanted to leap out of bed and go to work. It was a job, and it was security at the time, and as a sole parent it was one of those things that, you know, we need to do, and sometimes we have to make those sacrifices. But I really wanted to do something that would change our long-term outcomes, you know, as a family, for my daughters as much as it was for myself. And I wanted to make sure that I did something that would make me fulfilled, something that would make me happy, as opposed to doing something that just paid the bills or made the people around me think I was an okay person. So if there's one thing I would encourage you to do, it's never too late to decide that maybe you'd like a career change, or you'd like to do something that really does fulfill you much more than what you're doing now. So if that sounds like something you want to do, hey, search on even just short courses, adult education. I never stop learning. I'm off next week to do some training, not always just about psychology, sometimes about other things or areas of interest. If I think that they're going to help me or influence the way that I look at things, I'm always open to education. I think knowledge doesn't cost us anything to carry with us. It's no weight. It's not a burden to bear. It's just something that can assist us sort of moving forward. All right. I hope that was useful. All right, I'm going to let you go. I'll see you guys next week, hopefully. Next week's a short week. I don't know. Melbourne one week, Sydney the next. It's just crazy. All right. See you soon.
And that includes the kitchen sink. Pink, 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 pink.